The news that broke today, or at least a lot of news outlets and camera news outlets are reporting, and there's potentially the fact that Arri may be, or Arri Group may be in talks of selling the company. Which comes surprise. In fact, I got a news article I can pull up. This is from News Shooter, and shout outs to News Shooters and Matthew Allard as well. So yeah, Arri Group exploring sales options. So this is the article. According to a report from Bloomberg, the Arri Group is exploring sales options. Now, News Shooters is also saying they can't independently verify this claim, and Bloomberg's article states that there are exploring options that include a full or partial sale of the business, according to people familiar with the matter. It goes on to sort of that they're working with a consultancy partnership. So, yeah, which is interesting. The timing of this is very interesting, especially given the fact that they just released the Alexa 35 Extreme, which that's another thing we're going to be talking about today. So yeah, that's essentially a lot of things that there's reports. Now, Arri hasn't officially, as far as I know, Arri hasn't officially confirmed that they are selling. But there is basically talks and there's reports that are coming out that they are exploring the option. So there's nothing done yet, but the fact that that's even being discussed is a matter of conversation, especially given the fact that how long the Arri Group is been in one family. I mean, I think it was 2017, and we'll come back to the article. It states, I think, yeah, in 2017, the Arri Group celebrated its 100th birthday. And so 8 years ago, it celebrated 100 years of being in one family. And now it's potentially being sold. They've already sort of started selling things off. There's reports, if you guys don't know, there was reports a while ago, and it's official now, but Arri sold off its lighting division to another company. So the lighting portion of Arri is under new management, and this is now, it looks like the camera portion is potentially being sold off, if not the whole company. So, first of all, I guess I'll talk about, do I believe this is true? Yes, I do believe. Well, okay, let me say this. I believe that they are definitely talking or considering the option to sell. And the reason why I believe it is because there is things that I also know about that I've been trying to explore to see if this has been publicly stated somewhere else. Because I talked to people who close to the situation, and not this situation. Let me be clear. I need to be very, very clear what I say. But I know people that were a part of the Arri team, and very, very recently, they're no longer part of the Arri team. But what I've been heard is that a good portion, or at least some portion of Ari's camera team has been let go. I don't know the portion size of it, but I do know that at least, and I don't know if it's globally, but I do know the US, there's a portion of the US camera team that has been recently let go. In fact, it was close to around the time of the announcement of the Alexa 35 Extreme that this team was let go, or at least a portion. I want to be very clear of my words, but I'm aware of that. So to me, this gives a clear sign that Arri is not doing well. Again, a company that has been in a single family for over a century, that is slowly selling off the different divisions of it, and now is laying off parts of its labor force. And then I'm not just talking about like low rank. I'm talking about like high managerial. I'm talking about managerial positions as well. And the fact that this report comes out is like, this is a sign of the times. Is that, you know, this is a sign of the times that we're. Again, I don't know if this is going to be for everybody. Maybe everybody here may not feel this way. And if you guys are everybody that's doing well, I'm happy for you, and I continue for the success. But this is something that is not just. This is just another sign of what I've seen. And by the way, if you guys are seeing the roughness in your areas, I would love to know how it is. I will just say here in the Philly area, the New York. I'm not fully into the New York market, but I know the Philly, Jersey market. It's been a very rough year. We've been managing to survive because we've been cutting our fats when we've been doing. At least my company has. And I'm just lucky I can still be able to have means to do it. And in fact, I've got a documentary shoot this near the end of this month. I actually just did a location scouting for that shoot today. So I'm just happy and blessed that I'm still able to do it. But I know there's a lot of people that I know and people that had companies that have closed their business. And it's getting rough. So, but I would definitely want to know what you want to do. How's it going for you guys? Because this is something that I want to see what solutions that maybe we as a community can come together and see what we can do to help each other stay afloat and endure during this process. But yeah, like I said, this is a sign of the times, and it's a bit rough.